Love is the healer. And you are abundant in it, my love. It is your nature. This thing in the center of your chest emulates it. We just have all this shit that's pulling it down. We're just not aware of what is actually inside of us. We forget because it's who we are. It is like so plain and simple right there that we think that to feel love is something special. To feel joy and bliss and ecstasy is something unique, when it is who we are. So I thought I'd film a little sit down, like get ready with me routine while I do my makeup and just have a little girly chit chat with you guys before we start our day with some self-care tips that I have for you guys, because that was one of the questions that you guys had for me when I put up a poll on Instagram, was tips for doing self-care. And my tips probably are going to be more on the energetic realm of things. We got ourselves some tea here as well too. I wanted to give you guys some of my favorite tips on how I like to up my self-care game. And no, this is not going to be tips on do this to be hot or bubble baths or things like that. No, that's more of like the 3D physical. And if you're new to my channel, I'm all about energy work, quantum physics, personal development. These tips are going to be more in alignment with that. My first tip, guys, call your damn energy back. Call your energy back for your self-care, because if you are feeling the need to have a self-care day, if you are feeling the need that you're low on energy, you've just been going nonstop, you are giving yourself to others, call your energy back, because that's exactly what has happened. Is you are pouring your energy into all these different things and you're not getting the reciprocation of it back. So call it back. Technically what happens whenever we do this is when we are pouring and giving ourselves too much without actually filling our cup, we become depleted. We energetically become depleted, and this is no bueno. This is not good. You want to be a divine feminine goddess, at least most of the time. At least if you're trying to manifest and create in the physical world and be like desirable, hot girl energy, like abundant divine mother type of thing. Like if you think of even the word desire, that sounds so sweet, right? Oh, it's like a dessert. That's the type of energy you need to be creating for yourself. And essentially we can create that for ourselves, guys. It is just a consciously choosing to create that energy within you, the divine feminine, we'll call it. Not necessarily the dark feminine, but we'll just call it the divine, creative, pleasurable energy. Some may call this tantric. You need to call it back to you. And guys, to do that, all you gotta do is say, I call my energy back to me. That's it. And just pay attention to how you feel. God, universe, whatever you want to call it, is at your beck and call. The universe is abundant AF, right? Whatever you ask it to do, it will give it to you. So pay attention to how you feel, because when you call your energy back, you're going to feel it come back to you. So I'm using MAC. I love MAC, but MAC doesn't love me all the time. I think it's also really easy in today's day and age, especially for women. We are basically programmed to give ourselves to others. Like, put somebody else first, and that's all fine and dandy. I'm not saying, guys, like, don't, be super selfish and don't give, because that's not really your soul's nature. Your soul's nature is love. But it's when we don't feel that love whenever we give, and we just give out of obligation, is what creates that resentment feeling, right? And then you might as well not give it all, guys. Don't do something because you think that you should do it, because that creates a really crappy energy. My second tip, focus on you. Legitimately, guys, you cannot pour from an empty cup. So therefore, when you give yourself to others, then what you give yourself, you pour into your own cup, that's when it becomes depleted. So focus on you. Like literally, when you call your energy back, your conscious awareness will become focused on you, this physical body. So when you do that, you can clear your mind, and then you can actually figure it out what it is that you need to give yourself, right? Obviously, it's love, right? But what does that look like for you? Giving ourselves love looks so different for everybody and where we're at in the moment. Because if you think about it, sometimes we need different things at different points of our life, right? And love looks different for everybody and whatever point that they're in their life. Now, the way I'm talking about love right now, guys, especially with self-care, is defining love as an action. If you cannot create the energy of love on your own, or not even create it, but just allow it, because that is our natural state of being, guys. We don't have to really create that. We just have to get rid of what isn't us, what's bringing our vibe down, right? So it's a letting go process, essentially. But that's a whole nother video. We're trying to be more human in this vlog, but I struggle. Okay, like if you... Oh, fuck. You know, I grabbed the wrong shit. I thought that this was like toner, and I'm so glad I didn't. Universe, thank you, because I ended up getting this for skin because I went for red light therapy and they were giving away these free samples, which I am gonna get this. This is like a retinol type firming skin, like really expensive, good quality stuff. So I actually really like this though. I use it under my eyes. I love it. I use it like as a contouring highlighter. My next tip, go for goals. Yes, self-discipline, having goals, going after them. Guys, that's self-care. Humans need that. Like, you need goals and you need to like push yourself to do some hard shit, because that is actually a form of self-love. We thrive off of that energy, guys. If you haven't noticed that yet or not, to set a goal and to crush it, that's a high right there. It feels good. And that is a form of self-care. Self-discipline is self-love. You hear it all the time. And if you haven't heard it, it is, because like my Kundalini yoga teacher says, there is no freedom which isn't free. And that is so true, because we're not free when we are a slave to things that take our energy, when we are a slave to laziness or to instant gratification. You know what I mean, guys? Like, am I the only one that thinks this? Whenever you just do easy shit, you take the easy route, you just don't have goals, you come home, you watch TV, you're on the internet just scrolling, when things are just like capturing your attention like that, and you're not actually creating or doing some hard shit, or like actually going after the things that you want to do and create and have for yourself in life, which spirit gives these things to you, these visions, these gifts of a vision to you, so you can create it. That's your message and your sign that something is meant for you, because you have tapped in to a frequency on which that realm of reality exists. Where is my... Oh. So it would not even come into your mind if it wasn't a possibility for you, right? Then you just gotta do the hard shit to create it. And having goals, guys, it's fun. Like, that's where fitness can be a tool, is whenever like you create fitness goals and you like crush them, and then you get that energy high of like, oh my God, I did hard shit, I overcame my mind. That voice in my head is a liar, right? Oh gosh, we're gonna try to do the cat eye. Not bad. If you guys saw my Kundalini yoga vlog from last weekend, you know, for my test that I had to take, we had to bow for 30 minutes. Guys, that voice in my head was screaming at me. It was like, what the f are we doing this for 30 minutes? Like, after 5 minutes, that voice, that was the script that was going, and I was like, oh my God, I gotta do this for like 25 more minutes. I'm gonna use my brow stuff, and I'm probably gonna have to get really close to the mirror, so hang on. Beautiful.
Super duper.
Is it just me, or like, it's just eyebrows are just so freaking weird? My next tip is work on your appearance. Guys, this has actually been a really big game changer for me. This is more in alignment with what you guys see me doing in my videos, and what a lot of people really do with like self-care is they think of their appearance, because we tie ourselves very heavily to the physical body, or we identify with it. I really did not understand the value of self-care and self-love correlating that to physical appearance or just taking care of your appearance probably until last year. I liked looking pretty. I liked, doing my makeup and stuff, but I would only do it once a week. Unless I was doing a special occasion type of thing, I never just did my makeup to do my makeup, to like look and feel good. And I remember my mom even telling me this one time, and I walked by the bathroom and I saw her doing her makeup, and I'm like, why are you doing your makeup? We're not going anywhere. We're not doing anything. She's like, because I like to feel good. This makes me feel good. And I just kind of sat there and I'm like, okay. But she's right. I truly didn't value it until I got a little bit older, and especially last year, I actually started caring more about what I started to look like at work instead of just throwing my hair up in a bun. I need to like dress the part for the job that I want to do. I really want people to take me seriously. You start to realize your appearance is part of your vibration. That's why like you have to take care of your physical vessel. Actually the physical body is the physical manifestation of the invisible energy that is you powering the dang thing, which, I mean, we're really not in this body, guys. Our conscious awareness is just being streamed into it, but that's neither here nor there. We just sprinkle in bits of conscious expansion when we can. Actually taking care of your physical appearance is a spiritual thing. It shouldn't consume you. You shouldn't identify so heavily with the body. That's a root chakra issue, but you can definitely tell a difference. Like energetically, for me, I know when I like take care of the way that I look, or like, I do my nails, or, I'm doing my makeup right now, or I buy like top brand stuff that I feel good. Like that's me putting my energy into something that I feel like is going to make me feel good, right? I'm just like not unconsciously buying something because it's expensive and a brand. I actually pay attention to how products make me feel and if it's worth the money or not, because money is a form of energy, right? This really expensive face stuff may or may not work. If I believe that it does work and I feel a certain way when I put it on, I'm probably going to have good results from it. Secret, that's how shit actually works. It's a placebo. But anyway, does anybody open their mouth when they do like mascara? This is a little off topic, guys. I'm wearing this shirt because I'm about to make a boob job video because you guys have been asking about plastic surgery, and we're going to spill the beans because I think this month is like my 8th year since I had them done. So might as well make it. Finishing spray. We are beautiful. I need to style my bangs. Good God, bangs. If you have bangs, guys, you know how big of a pain they can be to style. Are we gonna like grunge it? Are they gonna cooperate? What are we doing? And grunge it. We're gonna do the emo look, the swoop. Oh my God. Okay. Now that I feel like I can pay attention and talk to you now that I'm done with my makeup. Where was I at here? Okay. Your health. Guys, if your health is not in alignment, none of this even matters. None of it matters. If your health is not okay, you have to take care of that first. That is your number one priority. Because if you think of it like even on like the Maslow hierarchy of needs, if your health, which is your foundation, which is your survival, if that is threatened in any form, you're not making any kind of progress. You're not making any kind of goals. You're not like, who the fuck cares about a bubble bath at that point, right? I mean, you have to get your health in check. Maybe it's not a serious thing, but health is something that you need to prioritize throughout your entire life. It's part of the human contract. It's part of being a human, is caring for your physical vessel. And it's not just to say health is just all about the physical. It's body, mind, spirit, because they all play in together. The body is just the physical manifestation of the energy that is you. And if the mind isn't right, that's energy, right? If emotions aren't right, or if they're not regulated, if you're stressed, things like that, your physical body is going to be the thing that shows it, right? Take care of your shit. Diet, exercise, sleep, good routines, being happy, socializing, all the things that make us human. We have to find a balance between it, and that creates our health and our well-being, right? And you can think of it, I probably should have just put well-being. So my last tip for you guys in this video, and it's a little different. Some of you may get it, some of you may not. Understand yourself, right? Get to know the self. And especially if you're going through some stuff, guys, if you're really feeling the need to do self-care, you might be going through a new chapter in your life, and that is okay. Really get to know who this new person is that you are becoming and show them love, right? Really get to understand what it is that you are going through, why you are feeling the way that you are feeling. If you're feeling off or if you're feeling depleted, understand yourself enough to give yourself what it is that you need, right? That is self-love. Give yourself what you need in the moment and embrace this new maybe chapter in your life. Embrace whatever it is that you are going through that is depleting you, and accept that it is the way that it is and that things are going to get better. That is the number one guarantee in life, guys, is change will always happen. You will always be evolving and changing as a person, because that is just nature of the energy. That is the nature of life, right? Even nature illustrates that with the seasons. Change happens, right? Embrace who you're becoming. Embrace where you're at in your life. Stop trying to control everything. Whatever it is that you are going through, maybe you need to let go of expectations that you're having on stuff. Maybe you're putting too much pressure on yourself, right? All of these things that we humans do to ourselves that deplete our energy. Our natural state of being is this high vibrational spiritual being, and all these thoughts and all these heaviness and all these things that we think we should be doing, and giving of ourselves before we can give us ourselves. You are your savior, right? You need you before anybody else needs you, right? Put the oxygen mask on first type thing, right? And we forget those things, guys. We forget it. It's so easy to do because of how much we are bombarded with, we need to do this for somebody. We need to be this certain person of what society portrays to us. We need to put our children first, or, whatever it so may be, right? And yes, there will be situations where that does have to happen, and we have to suck it up and do the hard shit. But when you don't refill your cup, when it becomes your life, and then you get stuck in that routine, and then you get resentful, and then you start resenting people, you just become this person, right? And that's not truly who you are. When we are not happy with our life or with ourselves or taking care of ourselves, this is just the side effect of what happens. This is why self-care, self-love is the healer. Love is the healer. And you are abundant in it, my love. It is your nature. This thing in the center of your chest emulates it. We just have all this shit that's pulling it down. We're just not aware of what is actually inside of us. We forget because it's who we are. It is like so plain and simple right there that we think that to feel love is something special. To feel joy and bliss and ecstasy is something unique, when it is who we are. It should be normalized. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm sending you all my light and all my love. Sat Nam.